Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a review on this book, which is Painting the Sacred Within. You know this book review has been coming because I've shared photos of this on Instagram and I've talked about it in my other book reviews and said I've got a third book. Well, this is the third book, and of the 3 recent book reviews I've done, this has got to be my most favourite of the book. My most favourite. This one. This speaks to me in so many levels, and it's been abused. Look at it, it's bent, it's a bit shabby, it got warped from the rain. Yes, the rain. We went on a picnic and I took a book with me on a picnic, which was this book, and it rained. We got caught out in the rain, and so it got a bit warped, and I read it in the bath. I've read this a couple of times, several times. I've flicked through it and thumbed through it loads of times. So it's dogged, it's warped, it's bent, and do you know what? This just makes me happy because it's getting a personality and a soul of its own, and yeah, it's sacred. So I'm so in love with this book. I'm actually finding it really hard to do a review, so I'm just gonna say no, I'm not just gonna say if you want a book about painting, buy this book because it's beautiful and amazing. I think one of the reasons why I liked it so much is because the colour palettes that they use really speak to me. I love the colour palettes. So I have one of Matey's, so this is co-authored by Faith Evans Sills and Matey Rose McDonough, and she pronounced her name Matey. I have one of her books already. I have, what's it called? Daring Adventures in Paint, I think it is. And I do have a book review on that on this channel. And so I follow her on Instagram, and that's how I found out about they got this new book. And the book itself has its own Instagram account, so follow that too, Painting the Sacred Within. So that's how I basically found out about this book, and I had it on pre-order, and then it came. So I don't really know what to start and what to say about it really. So it's a mixed media book. I mean, I've been painting for some time now. Well, basically ever since I was a child. And I went to college and did art at college. And so I think there's always something to learn. I genuinely do think there's always something to learn or a new take on it. But what I will say is some of the techniques, if you have been painting for a long time, following a mixed media view, some of the techniques in here won't be new to you, like building up layers, using different mark making tools, doing washes, doing drips, all of that kind of stuff. Some of that won't be new to you if you've been around doing painting for a while. If you haven't, then this is a really good book for doing like the how-tos, because they kind of break it down for you. If you have been around the block a little bit like myself, I've still thoroughly enjoyed it, and I've kind of just basically soaked up the photography in it, but it has kind of like reawoken. So like this, for example, like the drips and things. But it has reawakened some extra creativity in me, and kind of sort of making me go back to things that I haven't perhaps done for a while. It's made me think that I need some stencils. I have one stencil in my creating tools. I have one stencil, which is a flower stencil. This has made me think that I need more stencils. I might cut some of my own actually, to be honest, but yeah. So I don't know, like they do like some paintings on some mandalas, so, and sort of talk about meditation and things like lotus flowers and different other sort of sacred-y things. Sorry if I'm not doing this justice. Using some of the Indian printing blocks, which I have been coveting for a long time. They've been on my wish list for a long time, Indian printing blocks. They also talk about other forms of artwork, like found objects, making mandalas out of plants and things. Oh gosh, the photography in this is just flipping amazing, to be honest. They show examples of other people's work that are kind of similar to the things that they've been creating. Oh gosh, I'm really struggling. Adding gold leaf to your work, how to add some gold leaf. I know Geraldine, she loves adding gold leaf to her work. What's my favourite part? I just genuinely loved it all, to be honest with you, because I don't know, it just really spoke to me. I just thoroughly enjoyed it. So collaborating a story, painting a narrative, some little people's like little doodles and things. Some more mixed media stuff. Painting on leaves. I've like painting on leaves I have done before, painting on feathers I've done before, painting on rocks I've done before. It's stuff that I've done before, but it's kind of been put on a, like, I don't know, like I've painted on leaves before, but I haven't painted on leaves for ages. But then, like, seeing their painted leaves, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do that again, because I really enjoyed doing it. Yeah, just looking at different, like, totem animals and things, like this little elephant, that's like a recurring thing for Matey, that comes up a lot. So I've even, like, turned corners over and stuff that I want to reference again. I think that's some writing in there that I wanted to reference again. Adding geometrics in. It's interesting they talk about triangles, because I often do triangles quite a lot. I tend to, in my work, do a lot of dashes, and I do triangles, and they do talk about, you know, like, what I've got itchy here. What makes your work you? Like, what's your I'll just put that in my ear and then I'll just want to lick it. Like, what makes you what makes your artwork you? Like, what would people recognise as your artwork? So I'm just trying to think about something else that I can talk about, because I find it when like you're totally in love with something, it's kind of, you're a bit like, I'm a bit in awe of it, to be honest. But yeah, so if things like some of this more kind of like sacred-y things, I don't really know how you even say it, like lotus flowers and mandalas and other things like that, if they inspire you and they speak to you, then this book is definitely for you. Yeah, I know this is probably a really crap review, right? Because I'm not really saying much. Definitely good if you're new to mixed media techniques and you want to paint. Definitely a good one. If you're an experienced person like me, it's still a good one, because I think sometimes you need something to like re-spark your imagination and your creativity, and to get you thinking again and get your juices flowing again. Sometimes you just need something to kind of do that. But I absolutely loved it, and I just can't stop picking this book up and flicking through it. And it's one of those books that you can actually do that. You can like read a page and at a time. Like, if you're a busy person, you can just pick it up and read a page, or look at some photography and that kind of thing. So yeah, sorry for the blubbering kind of review, but I really loved this book, and I thoroughly recommend it. So I'll pop a link below and you can go and check it out for yourself. And like I've done with the other book reviews, I shall probably do a piece of art based on this book as well, so you can look out for that coming soon on my channel. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll try not to be such a rambling mess in my next video.